It seems that the spider's web of Jeffrey Epstein's illustrious circle of friends is ever expanding. You remember Jeffrey Epstein, right? The serial pedophile who, for reasons we're all still scratching our heads about, seemed to attract the creme de la creme of society. Just when you thought the list of associates couldn't grow any larger, and bam, another 14 names shows up. And surprise, surprise, some of them are, let's say, unexpected. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So perhaps the most intriguing addition to this list is none other than Joe Biden's freshly minted CIA chief, William Burns. Now, I don't want to go jump to any conclusions, but quid pro Joe, anyone? Thanks to the diligent reporting of New York Magazine, based on documents from the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, we now have a better idea of the who's who that danced around Epstein's magnetic charm. Let's quickly jog through these names, shall we? We've got luminaries like Leon Black of Apollo Global Management, Bard's College Leon Botstein, and more. And for those of you who are fans of intellectual discourse, you'll be pleased to know that Professor Noam Chomsky graced Epstein with his esteemed company. In fact, he even shared a dinner with Woody Allen and his once-child wife. Now, isn't that a conversation you'd love to eavesdrop on? And just in case you're wondering, yes, Bill Gates, his known ties to Epstein make an appearance in this list, as do Prince Andrew and former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. Their absence from Epstein's notorious little black book didn't save them from this list. But you know who's not on it? Donald Trump. Larry Summers, once the Treasury Secretary of Barack Obama, was also named. His response? A deep-seated regret. How touching. In case you don't remember, Larry was the guy who at the beginning of the Biden administration warned that the administration's economic policies were whacked and that they would cause massive inflation. His warning went around the news cycle and everyone reported on it. So it's not like the Biden administration can't say they didn't know. And he was right. And in fact, he's more right than he thought. Right now, the same press is trying to argue that, oh, well, inflation's coming down, so yay, Bidenomics. But the problem is that the Fed just came out and said they're probably going to have to do another hike soon. Because inflation, though it came down a little bit, it's still way too high. Way to go, Joe. It's fascinating, isn't it? How these influential individuals always seem to have some kind of an alibi, an excuse, or simply a flippant dismissal when confronted about their association with Epstein. The CIA, for example, they were quick to clarify that Mr. Burns had no relationship with Epstein. Well, then why was his name on the list? Then we have Mr. Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, who candidly admits meeting Epstein, but never, and I quote, with girls or minors or even adult women in improper context. That's kind of funny that he had to stoop to that level. And let's not forget the elegant response from Chomsky claiming his association with Epstein was none of your business or anyone's. What a charm of that one, right? All right, let's go over that list, shall we? I already mentioned Apollo Global Management co-founder Leon Black and Bard College president Leon Botstein. But the one from Google, if I were to mention the name, I'd probably get a strike. All right, CIA Director William Burns. There's a fascinating story for you. Noam Chomsky, right? Former U.S. Virgin Islands First Lady Cecil DeJong, who was accused of helping Epstein get visas for his alleged victims. Oh, my God. Bill Gates, whose ties to Epstein have been known for a lot of years. Get this. FedEx board member Joshua Cooper Ramo. Or is it Ramo? I hope I didn't murder the name. Former diplomat, I won't even attempt it. Edmund de Rothschild Group chairwoman Ariane de Rothschild, who is now on D-list. Goldman Sachs General Counsel Kathleen Rumler. Oh, my God. The General Counselor. J.P. Morgan Executive Jess Staley. Former Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers. And PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. Wonder how Elon feels about that. Epstein's life came to a tragic end in 2019 while he was awaiting trial in the jail where he committed suicide when he didn't kill himself, right? He left behind a whirlwind of questions, allegations, and now an ever-growing list of high-profile connections. One thing is clear. Epstein's legacy is far from fading, and the unraveling of his associations is far from over. If you really want to know a lot more about what Epstein was really doing and who he was doing it for, buy Whitney Webb's new book, One Nation Under Blackmail. I have no ties with this. I'm not making anything off it, but it's just such a fascinating book. It's actually a 2-volume set. I'm nearly done the first volume. There's so much information in there, not just about Epstein, but it's about the corruption of our government and governments around the world. She points out how all the corruption is what gave birth to the idea of Jeffrey Epstein. We're talking about our government in cahoots with famous mafia figures, things our CIA did that would make your hair curl. And then she gets into the blackmailers and how they were used to get important people to do what they wanted them to do. They would be politicians, billionaires, corporate CEOs, military generals, etc. She points out how Epstein was a blackmailer for the American government and probably a couple others. And his blackmail web of choice was sexual deviancy that he would film and then tell you later that you got caught up in the web and now Epstein's handlers, they own you. And so those little tidbits there, they add more to the mystery of why Jeff Epstein did not kill himself, right? All right, so that's it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Share our videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Stay informed, stay vigilant. Always remember to read between the lines and the lies. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare.